may goal sila na maging saver. Pero usually, sa umpisa lang, after a week or two, maririnig ko na, hirap-hirap mag-save, ayoko na, nag-give up kagad. So yan yung inspiration natin dito sa ating topic of the day. So if you're someone who hates or doesn't like saving money, then hopefully these tips that I will share today will help you learn this good money habit. Saving money is important. We all know that, of course. But knowing is not the same as doing. Marami akong kilala, alam na yan, hindi mo na kailangang ibenta sa kanila na importante at maganda na mag-save. Pero, bakit yung iba or karamihan hindi nagagawa, hindi nakakapag-ipon? For some people, saving money is like going on a healthy diet. You get inspired and start to do it. But after a few weeks, self-pity creeps in and you begin hating it. Lalo na kapag mali ang strategy na ginagamit mo or ginagawa mo sa pagsisave. Minsan talaga nagkakaroon ng point na naawa ka sa sarili mo kasi tinitipid mo ng sobra yung sarili mo, nagkakaroon ka ng self-pity. Just like when you're on a diet, sa umpisa, inspired ka, pero later on, naawa ka sa sarili mo na hindi ka makakain, may nakita kang masarap na cake, for example, pero pinipigilan mo yung sarili mo na huwag kumain kasi masisira yung diet mo. And eventually, if you have these negative experiences about a habit that you're trying to learn, mas nagiging malakas to give in to the temptation, kaya nabibreak natin yung ating good habits na sana ay tuloy-tuloy nating nagagawa. If you usually fail at saving money or you think it's really difficult to do, then here are some money-saving tips that could help you. The first one is to pay yourself first. At ito talaga yung strategy na nakatulong sa akin. Ito yung tipping point ko nung nagtatrabaho ako. Hirap din talaga ako mag-ipon. Naiinis ako sa sarili ko. Nagagalit ako sa pagiging magastos ko. But after learning this strategy, nagtuloy-tuloy na yung aking saving habit. After getting your income, immediately set aside a portion and put it in your savings account. After that, you can choose to spend the rest of your salary without guilt. Pwede kang mag-set ng certain percentage, pwede kang mag-set ng certain amount. Ang importante, meron. Kung sumisweldo ka, for example, ng 20,000 pesos a month, pagdating ng sweldo mo, so kung 15,30 ang sweldo mo, 10,10, sabihin na natin na 9,000 kasi may taxes pa, iset mo ng 10%. So pag dumating yung sweldo mo ng 15 at katapusan, di 9,000, 10%, 900, immediately set aside that 900 pesos and put it in a savings account. Tapos kalimutan mo na siya. Kung ayaw mo naman ng percentage, pwede namang specific amount, 1,000 pesos. So every time na susweldo ka, magwi-withdraw ka ng 1,000 pesos, tapos i-deposit mo sa isang separate na savings account or online transfer mo sa isang separate na savings account. This is called paying yourself first, and it's easier and more fun than scrimping on your spending to have money left as savings until the next payday. Bakit paying yourself first? Kasi pag dumadating yung pera natin, ano ba yung una nating ginagawa? Usually, nagbabayad tayo ng utility bills, nagbabayad tayo ng credit card, nagbabayad tayo ng rent, di ba? Pero itong rule na to, ang sinasabi, ang babayaran mo muna yung sarili mo. Okay? So, pay yourself first before you even pay yung rent mo, yung utility bills, etc. Ang maganda kasi sa paying yourself first, ikaw yung magsiset kung magkano yung convenient, kung magkano yung kaya mo. Hindi naman nire-require dito na sobrang laki. So, you look at your budget, tingnan mo ano ba yung mga essential or necessary expenses mo, yung mga fixed cost mo every month, and see kung magkano ba yung hindi ka masyadong magigipit or maiipit dun sa amount na isi-save mo for yourself. May mga kilala ko, they started with 100 pesos. They felt silly with 100 pesos, but I told them, that's a start. Kasi ang important dito, you're learning the habit. So kung nakakapag-save ka na ng 100 pesos every payday, it will be easier to scale up. So after 3-4 months na nagsisave ka ng 100 pesos, di gawin mong 150, gawin mong 200. And then test your limits kung hanggang magkano yung kaya mong i-save regularly na hindi maapektuhan yung mga gastos mo. So that's why I say that it's easier and also more fun because you're experimenting on something, you're trying to discover your spending habits, meron kang self-discovery and some level of self-awareness sa mga spending habits mo, which I think is a great start towards self-development. The second strategy that you can do is to automate your savings. Find a way to make it automatic. Ask your payroll account if they have an automatic savings plan or if you can arrange one. May mga companies na ngayon, kausapin mo lang yung HR or yung accounting department, they can set up an auto-debit facility para hindi na nila isasama sa sweldo mo yung pera na isi-save mo. Minsan merong naka-set up na savings account dun sa banko ng payroll mo na dun i-deposit yung isi-set mo na percentage or amount every time na nagsusweldo ka. Especially yung mga malalaking companies, minsan may mga cooperatives na pwede mong iset na every payday or every month, nagde-deposit ka dun sa cooperative na yon. That can be a form of automated saving. There are also bank products that can do this for you. Ang aware ako sa ngayon ay yung BPI Save Up at saka yung Union Bank Savings Plus. However, I'm sure marami ding mga ibang bangko na may similar products. Ito yung tipong nag-auto-debit. So, deposit to ka lang ng deposit dun sa savings account. Tapos, meron kang separate na savings account na automatic yung bangko, kumukuha siya ng pera dun sa main account mo, transfer niya dun sa savings account mo. So, may mga ganyang features na yung ibang mga bank products. So, you can explore that, which is basically another form of paying yourself first. Ito nga, mas effortless kasi hindi mo na siya iisipin. So, pag titingnan mo yung salary account mo, guilt-free, pwede mong ubusin lahat ng pera dun sa salary account mo dahil alam mo na pag dumadating yung sweldo, automatic nag-auto-debit or nagbabawas na ng pang-savings account mo. So, try this and you'll never have to remind or nag yourself to save money because it is automatically being done for you. Another way for you to save money is to make it hard to access. Kung saan mo man nilalagay yung pera mo, gawin mo na mahirap kunin. Madali mag-deposit pero mahirap mag-withdraw. If it's inconvenient to withdraw cash from your savings, it will most likely grow more. Open a passbook-only savings account or those with limited withdrawals. I don't know if there's still passbook-only savings account ngayon kasi ang napapansin ko, karamihan ng bangko, automatic na may debit card yung savings account. However, I'm sure there are special savings account na you earn higher interest pero limited lang yung withdrawals mo per month na per month hanggang 3 beses ka lang pwede mag-withdraw or else merong fee or penalty. So pag ganon, di ba, magdadalawang isip ka na mag-withdraw. Another tip is to not bring your ATM card when going out. Iwanan mo na yung ATM mo pag lalabas ka, iwanan mo na yung debit card mo para walang temptation na mag-swipe ng debit card or mag-withdraw kapag may nakita kang nakasale. Minimize the balance in your digital wallets is another thing that you can do. Yung may GCash, GrabPay, Maya, yung mga digital wallets natin, huwag natin lagyan ng napakalaking balance. Kasi that's also temptation for us to spend, especially today na ang dami nang tumatanggap ng QR code. Another option which I think is smart is to invest part of your savings in a low-risk UITF katulad ng isang money market fund. Especially yung emergency fund natin, we can definitely put it in a low risk lang na investment. Kasi you will have the potential to get higher than inflation na returns. Plus, you're also earning interest rates higher than an ordinary savings account, which is what's more important, diba? However, hindi ka constrained ng holding period unlike in a time deposit. Sa time deposit kasi, mataas ang interest rate pero meron siyang term. Hindi mo siya basta-basta makukuha. Sa isang UITF, anytime pwede mong i-redeem yung pera mo. Some UITF meron 30-day holding period, but what's 30 days, di ba? Napakaikli. After that, you can immediately get your money anytime that you need it. So, put your savings in low-risk investment, low-risk UITF, like a money market fund. Bakit siya hard to access? Kasi, unang-una, para mo ma-withdraw, kailangan mo pumunta sa bangko. Pag nag-advise ka na magre-redeem ka, hindi instant. It will usually take 1 or 2 days before mag-reflect sa savings account mo yung pera. Walang temptation na, ay, kailangan kong ng pera ngayon kasi may sale ako nakita dito sa mall. Hindi ka makakapunta sa ATM mo, makakapag-withdraw dun sa investment mo basta-basta. So, another tip is to always use cash. Magkaroon ka ng personal rule mo na pag nasa labas ka, pag unnecessary expense, kailangan cash mo siya binabayaran. Avoiding cashless transactions will help you become more conscious of your spending and prevent impulsive buying. It makes unnecessary expenses a more painful experience, resulting in better money management and financial discipline. Aminin nyo, masakit magbayad pag nakikita mo yung pera na inaabot mo, no? Versus pinapaswipe mo lang yung credit card mo versus ini-scan mo lang yung QR code. If it's possible, bago ka umalis ng bahay, imaginein mo na magkano ba yung magagastos ko ngayon, tapos only bring that amount. Pupunta ka sa supermarket, meron kang budget na 4,000 pesos para sa grocery, di magdala ka lang ng 4,500. So, pag dating mo sa grocery, talagang gagawin mo na within 4,000 pesos, 4,500 lang yung mabibili mo. Kasi, pag sumobra ka doon, wala ka nang kukuhanan ng pera dahil iniwanan mo yung ATM mo, iniwanan mo yung credit card mo sa bahay. Okay lang yun, huwag kang matakot. Kasi may cellphone naman ngayon, di ba? Kung naubos talaga yung pera mo, pwede ka mag-text ng kaibigan mo para sunduin ka para makauwi ka. But it's something that you should not be afraid to try. Punta ka sa isang lugar na pera lang ang dala mo. Wala kang credit card, wala kang ATM. Ang last na strategy is to have a savings goal or even a reward system. Set a goal or a reward to encourage yourself to save. For example, you can save for a travel goal or a new gadget. Alternatively, you can also set up a reward system. You can give yourself a reward such as guiltlessly splurging 2,000 pesos for every 10,000 pesos saved. Yung emergency fund natin, ang recommended is 6 months worth of our expenses. So kung gumagastos ka, for example, ng 15,000 pesos a month, ang emergency fund natin dapat ay 15,000 times 6. So kailangan ng emergency fund natin ay 90,000 pesos. At yung 90,000 pesos, hindi yun basta-basta maiipon. Probably it will take you 1 year or 2 years to really complete that emergency fund. However, that doesn't mean na titipirin mo yung sarili mo for the next year or 2 hanggang sa maipon mo yung emergency fund. Definitely, you can set up a reward system na every time na nag-reach ng 10,000 pesos yung emergency fund mo, you can withdraw 2,000 pesos at pwede mo siyang gastusin however you want. Walang rules. Pwede mo siyang gastusin kahit saan. So, pag nag-10,000 na siya, bababa siya ng 8,000, okay lang yon. So, ang next benchmark mo is 20,000. So, ipon ka ulit. Pag nakita mong nag-20,000 yung emergency fund mo, congratulate yourself. Withdraw 2,000 pesos again. So, magiging 18,000 na ulit siya. And then, yung 2,000, go ahead, reward yourself. Spend on anything, buy on anything that you want. Gagawin mo lang yan hanggang sa ma-reach mo yung target amount mo na 90,000 for your emergency fund. So, having a reward system will also motivate you to save money. In summary, if you find it difficult to save money, then try to pay yourself first. Find a way to make it automatic and be sure that your money is not easily accessible. Always pay in cash and set a goal that will motivate you to save regularly. And don't forget to reward yourself every so often because you deserve it.